Hello everyone. Sorry I'm about a minute late. How are we all doing? How is everyone? We are here for week 8 of the Quarantine Tarantino movie pub quiz. How are we all? Let me know in the comment section. Hello James, how are you? The usual suspect. Name, very nice. What's your names everyone? Like I say every week, think of those movie puns kind of team names. So if you've got any good movie puns, go for it. I usually come up with a few myself each week. My favourites so far are when Harry met Callie and you're quizzing Harry. They're my two favourite ones so far. But yeah, hello everyone. And I've also got my movie themed beer as well. A nice Stay Puft. There we go. Stay Puft. It arrived. Very nice. And it tastes like s'mores as well. Very nice. Cheers, everyone. The Warbies are here. Hello. Hello, Phoebe. Hello, Peter. Hello, Lorna and Matthew. Hello. Let me know that you're here in the comment section. I do understand there's a lot of people who do not play along live. So do shoot me a DM and let me know you are playing if you are not playing live. If you are playing live, do let me know in the comment section. The Quarantinos are here. How is the beer? Oh, it's nice. It is a really good beer. I'm not doing an advert for this or anything, but it's very good. It tastes like s'mores. So it's a porter, but it tastes like marshmallows. It's very good. I've got 2 down here. I don't think that'll be enough. I might have to get another one, Jim. But anyway, so yeah, how is everyone? How is everyone? Start thinking of those team names. Put them in the comment section. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes' time. The Uncut Gems are in the building. That's the Metsons. Hello, and you have. Returning from the first week, you have Steve with you this week. So good to see you, Steve. I think you're in the top in the first week, and this is your first time being able to play live since then. So we could have some the Uncut Gems somewhere near the top this week. Do let me know you're playing, everyone. Let me know. We're going to get started in 2 minutes. So do let your family and friends know that we're starting in a little bit. Okay, then. So what's everyone been watching this week? Anyone watch any good films? We'll go for a little cheers as well in a second, everyone. So if you do have your drinks in hand and your cameras ready, and you are playing on Zoom, as I do recommend, you should really play on Zoom. It's the best way to play along. If you do like a screen share, get me up, and we'll do a little cheers. So everyone, get your drinks up, get your cameras out. We'll take a little photo of the screen. Do tag me on the on the stories on Instagram at the Lock-In Pub, and we'll do a little cheers, everyone. So you ready? Cheers. Good stuff, everyone. Right. So we have Silence of the Cups. That was the hardest cup video to watch since that one with 2 girls in. But anyway, moving on. So Silence of the Cups is Mark, Claire, Dara, Sophie, and George. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. They were in previous weeks. I think not last week, the week before, you were at the top. So good to see you. Nikki and Moa here. Hello. Rod Kimball are back. Rod Kimball back. So is Serena playing as well? Is Serena playing too? Who's in your team this week, Rod Kimball? Is it a full house? I hear that Charlie is Charlie playing with you this week? Charlie and Tilly? So got no, Charlie are not playing in that team this week. Okay then. So you watched the Knights Town last night. True banger. Charlie and Tilly have abandoned us. So Lorraine's here. Hello again, Lorraine. Hello. Right, so we are coming up to, we're coming up to 5 past, but I started a minute late, so I'll just give you a little bit longer to log in. And we'll get started. So it's Tim, Serena, Nikki, and Mo. The Psychos are here. So it's Lisa, Nelson, Mum and Dad, and Lorraine. Hello. Right, so cool. So everyone, we're going to get started in a sec. The Quiz Fathers are back again. Oh, they were at the top last week. I do believe you were second last week, the Quiz Files. Good of you to join us again. Hello, Martin and Michelle. Right. So, good evening, YouTube. Hey, this is not a test. This is rock and roll. Time to rock it from the Delta to the DMZ. Welcome to week 8 of Quarantine Tarantino, or as I'm calling it, the Debateful 8. I am your movie quiz host, Jamie Fisher, a.k.a. Quiz-to-for Lloyd. Great Scott! You can follow me on Instagram at Jamie Fisher TV, and you can follow the page itself at the Lock-In Pub. You can stay up to date on the Quarantine Tarantino quiz on Facebook at the Lock-In Pub, and don't forget to hit like on the video and subscribe on the YouTube channel so you don't miss those new videos. Now, a quick overview of the rules for any first-time viewers. The first rule of Quarantine Tarantino is you don't talk about the answers in the comments section. The second rule is you have one Joker card which you can nominate to use before you play a round. That round then means that any points that you score will be worth double. To play it, simply show your card to your competitors or write Joker in the comment section, or look at the person you're playing against and say, "Why so serious?" You can only use the Joker card once, so pick your rounds wisely. Now, there are 5 rounds in total, each with 10 questions, all with 1 point each in them. So there are no half points for any questions. So use full names for any actors, characters, and film titles, and make sure that you specify the correct sequel, as there's a very big difference between the original Sharknado and Sharknado 6, the last Sharknado. Who am I kidding? They're all terrible. There are 5 rounds in total, each with 10 questions, so 60 points in total are up for grabs. Remember, your Joker will double the points in one of those rounds. I'm going to read out each question twice, and I'll have a quick recap of the questions at the end of the round before moving on to the next. Now, I'll read out the questions to the first 3 rounds before then going on to their answers, and then I'll move on to the last 2 rounds and their answers so we can find out who the winners are. Keep the comments in the comment section clean, please. The only trolls in this quiz should be related to the film. You'll need to be signed into a YouTube account in order to make comments, and please let me know who you are and who is in your team. Witty team names with movie puns are advised, so get thinking. Quizzes Doubtfire would be my team name if I were playing, but I'm not. Apparently, Stephen Mulhern was too busy to host this week, so you got me again. Now, thank you as always to everyone who played along live, and to those who aren't playing live who are watching in the future. Great Scott! Now, a quick recap of last week's podium finishers. In 3rd place last week was the Lone Ranger, Torrin Westcott, absolutely smashing it with 54 points. Absolutely smashing it. Well done. In 2nd place were newcomers, who I see are back again. The Quiz Fathers, that's Martin and Michelle with 55 points. Well done to you both. But in 1st place, for the 3rd time and only dropping 3 points in the whole quiz, were the Founding Fathers, Harry, Andre, Declan, and Sophie. They are playing every other week, so we could have some new winners this week, because I do not see them here. Yeah, so they did say they play every other week. So, shall we find out what this week's categories are? So, round 1, as always, is movie general knowledge with a theme to the answers. Round 2 is an actor's CV round. Guess the actor from the films that they have appeared in. The 3rd round is this week's music round. And don't worry, no cups will be harmed in this round. Round 4 will be the all-new clue-based round. And the final round is this week's genre round, which is, bit of tension bed there, thrillers. So now I've come here to chew bubblegum and quiz ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Let's get this quiz started. So here we go, everyone. So I do believe I see a few people. So we've got Dan Tyson playing solo. We have the Psychos again plus Cliff. Hello, Cliff. The Jameses are here. Good to see you again. And we have the Wild West are here. Hello. Right. So shall we get on with the first round? The first round, round 1, is called the Italian Jobs. Now, don't blow the bloody doors off, as it's general knowledge round, and all the answers will have a common theme. They each contain a job, career, or occupation in the answers. So if you know your recruit from The Great Dictator, then play your Joker card now. So this is a general knowledge round where all the answers will have a job or an occupation in the title. So if you feel like you know your general knowledge, you're pretty general with your knowledge, and you like that extra clue to kind of tie the answers together, then play your Joker card now. Let it be known in the comment section, everyone. So we've got the Quarantinos playing their Joker card. We have the Rod Kimball's playing their Joker card. We have the Psychos playing their Joker card. And we also have Mark playing the Joker card. Silence of the Cups playing their Joker card. See, I did it. There we go. No cup there. Yeah, keep it that way. So this is your 5-second countdown. If you do want to throw in your Joker card, do let it be known now. And we're going to get started for the first round. Here we go. Question number 1. They Live is a cult classic action sci-fi where a drifter discovers a pair of sunglasses that allows him to see the hidden truth. But who directed it? So you may have noticed that the They Live poster as I think it was week 5 of Quarantine Tarantino. That was my homage to They Live. This question, the first question is, They Live is a cult classic action sci-fi where a drifter discovers a pair of sunglasses that allows him to see the hidden truth. But who directed it? So I'm looking for the director of They Live. Moving on to question number 2. Carl Urban and Sylvester Stallone have both played what iconic comic book character? And the James is, just to let you know, the theme. The theme is occupations or jobs. The round is called the Italian Jobs. So question number 2 again. Carl Urban and Sylvester Stallone have both played what iconic comic book character? Question number 3. Richard Gere played a man who falls in love with an escort in Pretty Woman. But prior to that, in his big breakout role, he played a male escort in what 1980 film? Watched this the other week. So if you were listening the other week to what I mentioned was what I watched this week, that was what I watched 2 weeks ago. So question number 3 again. Richard Gere plays a man who falls in love with an escort in Pretty Woman, but prior to that, in his breakout role, he played a male escort in what 1980 film? Question number 4. Which actress played Skylar in Good Will Hunting and was nominated for an Oscar for her performance? Question number 4 again. Which actress played Skylar in Good Will Hunting and was nominated for an Oscar for her performance? Question number 5. Eddie Murphy plays the characters Sherman Klump, Buddy Love, Lance Perkins, Papa Klump, Mama Klump, Grandma Klump, and Ernie Klump in what hit comedy? I'll read that one again. So question number 5. Eddie Murphy plays the characters Sherman Klump, Buddy Love, Lance Perkins, Papa Klump, Mama Klump, and Grandma Klump, and Ernie Klump, sorry, in what hit comedy? That's question number 5. Question number 6. What 2017 film became the highest grossing horror movie of all time? I'll read question 6 again. What 2017 film became the highest grossing horror movie of all time? Question number 7. In what film does Maggie Gyllenhaal play Lee Holloway, a young woman who falls for her demanding lawyer boss, Mr. Grey, played by James Spader, when their employer-employee relationship turns into a sexual sadomasochistic one? There we go. A bit of a long question there. So I'll repeat that again. Question number 7. In what film does Maggie Gyllenhaal play Lee Holloway, a young woman who falls for her demanding lawyer boss, Mr. Grey, played by James Spader, when their employer-employee relationship turns into a sexual sadomasochistic one? think I'll write shorter questions next time. Question number 8. What Cold War set espionage film earned Gary Oldman his first Academy Award nomination? Question number 8 again. What Cold War set espionage film earned Gary Oldman his first Academy Award nomination? Question number 9. Who played Dana Barrett in the Ghostbusters films? These are really good. Question number 9 again. Who played Dana Barrett in the Ghostbusters films? Question number 10. What film is this quote from? Well, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? What film is that from? Obviously less hammy, and it was a lot better than that by a million times. But I'll give you that quote again. You talking to me, you talking to me, you talking to me. Well, then who the hell else are you talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? What film is that from? So a quick recap of that round, everyone. So question number 1. They Live is a cult classic action sci-fi where a drifter discovers a pair of sunglasses that allows him to see the hidden truth. But who directed it? Carl Urban and Sylvester Stallone have both played what iconic comic book character? Richard Gere plays a man who falls in love with an escort in Pretty Woman, but prior to that, his breakout role, he played an escort in what 1980s film? That was question 3. Question number 4, which actress played Skylar in Good Will Hunting and was nominated for an Oscar for her performance? Question number 5 was the Eddie Murphy film where he plays Sherman Klump, Buddy Love, Lance Perkins, Papa Klump, Mama Klump, Grandma Klump, and Ernie Klump. Question number 6 was the highest grossing horror movie of all time that came out in 2017. Question number 7 was the Maggie Gyllenhaal and James Spader film. Question number 8 was the Cold War set espionage film that earned Gary Oldman his first Oscar nomination. Question number 9 was the actress who played Dana Barrett in the Ghostbusters films. And question 10 was, you're talking to me, you're talking to me, you're talking to me. Well, then who the hell else are you talking to? You're talking to me. Well, I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? That is the end of round 1. So, how do you all get on there? All right? These are very good, by the way. But yeah, good stuff, good stuff. So we're going on to round 2. So round 2 is called Now You CV, Now You Don't. So during lockdown, I've been collecting some of Hollywood's finest actors' CVs. And I can tell you now, that I can't afford to hire any of them. But what I can do is create a round from some of their previous film experience. I'm going to list 4 films that they have been in, and you just need to identify the actor or actress from those films. So if you think that you're good at remembering who's in what, then tell me what's what and play your Joker card now. So we've got James Edkin playing his Joker cards. Jokertron. Lucky now. There we go. It's good stuff, James. Playing your Joker cards. That's what I like to see. Anyone else? Any more for any more? We've got the Wild Wild West playing their Joker card. We've got the Uncut Gems playing their Joker card as well. Ooh. Steve's feeling confident on this round then. We've got Dan Tyson playing the Joker cards. Good to see, good to see. Right, I guess your 5-second countdown. Anyone else? Anyone else? Oh, we have the Quiz Fathers playing their Joker card. Good stuff. Right, that's it. We're going to move on to question number 1. So I'm going to give you 4 films, and you just need to tell me the actor or actress who appeared in all 4 of them. Are you ready? Here we go. First question, number 1. Con Air, Fargo, Armageddon, and The Wedding Singer. Give you those again. So question 1 is Con Air, Fargo, Armageddon, and The Wedding Singer. Question number 2. Aquaman, Eyes Wide Shut, Lion, and Moulin Rouge. So who is the actor or actress who appeared in all 4 of those? So question 2 again was Aquaman, Eyes Wide Shut, Lion, and Moulin Rouge. Question number 3. Good morning, Vietnam. Phone Booth, The Last King of Scotland, and Panic Room. Question number 3 again. Good morning, Vietnam. A bit lower that time. Phone Booth, The Last King of Scotland, and Panic Room. That was question number 3. Question number 4. Girl Interrupted, Gone in 60 Seconds, Changeling, and The Bone Collector. Question number 4 again. Girl Interrupted, Gone in 60 Seconds, Changeling, and The Bone Collector. Question number 5. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. The Lincoln Lawyer, The Gentleman, and Dallas Buyers Club. So question number 5 again. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. The Lincoln Lawyer, The Gentleman, and Dallas Buyers Club. Question number 6. American Hustle, Nocturnal Animals, The Fighter, and Arrival. I'll give you those again. Question number 6. American Hustle, Nocturnal Animals, The Fighter, and Arrival. Question number 7. Little Nicky, Desperado, Reservoir Dogs, and From Dusk Till Dawn. Give you those again. Little Nicky, Desperado, Reservoir Dogs, and From Dusk Till Dawn. Question number 8. Dazed and Confused, The Town, Mallrats, and Argo. Question number 8 again is Dazed and Confused, The Town, Mallrats, and Argo. Question number 9. 1917. Railway Man, Love Actually, and The King's Speech. Question number 9 again is 1917. Railway Man, Love Actually, and The King's Speech. And finally, question 10 in this round. Despicable Me, The Princess Diaries, The Sound of Music, and Shrek 2. Oh, that's Gemma's question of the week. There you go. She's bigging herself up there. So I thought I'd give her a shout out. That last one there, question number 10 is Gemma's question of the week. So I'll give you those again. Despicable Me, The Princess Diaries, The Sound of Music, and Shrek 2. Okay, and so you may have noticed they may not be their biggest films. Some of them may have been their breakout roles. Sometimes it may have been a smaller role early on in their career that you forgot they were in. Sometimes it may just be a supporting role, but a memorable character. But they're all big films there, so have a little think. I'll go through those again. So question number 1 was Con Air, Fargo, Armageddon, and The Wedding Singer. Question 2 was Aquaman, Eyes Wide Shut, Lion, and Moulin Rouge. Question number 3 was Good Morning Vietnam, Phone Booth, The Last King of Scotland, and Panic Room. Question number 4, Girl Interrupted, Gone in 60 Seconds, Changeling, and The Bone Collector. Question number 5, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, The Lincoln Lawyer, The Gentleman, and Dallas Buyers Club. American Hustle, Nocturnal Animals, The Fighter, and Arrival was question number 6. Question number 7 is Little Nicky, Desperado, Reservoir Dogs, and From Dusk Till Dawn. Question number 8 is Dazed and Confused, The Town, Mallrats, and Argo. Question number 9 is 1917, Railway Man, Love Actually, and The King's Speech. And then question number 10, the final one was Despicable Me, The Princess Diaries, The Sound of Music, and Shrek 2. There we go. 2 rounds down, everyone. Right. So here we go. So round 3. Round 3 is called You Know the Score. The music round is back once again, minus the cups and the dreams of being a star like Anna Kendrick. But moving on. If you love film scores, original soundtracks, and musicals, then play your Joker card now. Here we go. The Warbies, I think, are playing their Joker card. There we go. Playing the Joker card. That's what I like to see, the Warbies. Anyone else? Any more for any more? Any more for any more? Tyler Wagner. Oh, you're still star. No. That cut performance was even worse. Actually, I forgot to upload it. As soon as I finished it, Jeremy went, I'll do that. Boom, 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 boom. Did it straight away. And then I just got fed up and had a beer. But anyway, if anyone else wants to play their Joker card, let it be known now. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so let's get started for round 3, the music round. Here we go, everyone. So, question number 1. Public Enemy's Fight the Power is the iconic opening song to what classic Spike Lee joint? I'll say that again. So question number 1, Public Enemy's Fight the Power is the iconic opening song to what classic Spike Lee film? Or Spike Lee joint, as he puts it in his credits on his films. That's question number 1. Question number 2. What's the best-selling soundtrack album of all time that includes covers of songs by both Dolly Parton and Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka 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 Khan? So that again is what? So what's the best-selling soundtrack album of all time that includes covers of songs by both Dolly Parton and Chaka Khan? Question number 3. Bryan Adams' monster hit, Everything I Do It For You. Oh, why am I still singing? I should have learned from last week. Spent 6 consecutive weeks at number 1. But what Kevin Costner movie is it originally from? Question number 3 again. Bryan Adams' monster hit, Everything I Do It For You, spent 16 consecutive weeks as UK number 1. But what Kevin Costner movie is it originally from? That's a long time, 16 consecutive weeks at number 1. Right, moving on to question number 4. Heart and Soul and Chopsticks are musical performances by Robert Loggia and Tom Hanks in what film? Question number 4 again. Heart and Soul and Chopsticks are musical performances by Robert Loggia and Tom Hanks in what film? Question number 5. Power ballad I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith featured on the soundtrack to what box office hit starring Steve Tyler's own daughter, Liv Tyler? It's a power ballad, and I don't want to miss a thing by Aerosmith featured on the soundtrack to what box office hit starring Steve Tyler's own daughter, Liv Tyler? That was question number 5. Question number 6. Radiohead guitarist Jonny Greenwood is a frequent collaborator, scoring 5 of which director's films? Now, just to clarify, they've worked together on 4 big feature films and a short film as well. They've worked together 5 times, and I think this director's then gone on to recently work with Tom York as well for a Netflix project. But anyway, saying things I shouldn't be. Anyway, question 6 again. Radiohead guitarist Jonny Greenwood is a frequent collaborator, scoring 5 of which director's films? Question number 7. When She Loved Me, which is also known to fans as Jessie's song, features in what animated film? So question number 7 again. When She Loved Me, which is also known affectionately to fans as Jessie's song, features on what animated films? What film does it feature in? That's When She Loved Me. Question number 8. Louis Armstrong's unforgettable "We Have All the Time in the World" is a Bond theme to what James Bond film? I myself completely forgot that this was a Bond theme, so that's why I put it in there as a question. So I'll say that again. Question number 8. Louis Armstrong's unforgettable hit "We Have All the Time in the World" is the Bond theme to what James Bond film? Question number 9. Tina Turner's "We Don't Need Another Hero" why am I still going? is the theme song to what movie which she also starred in? Question number 9 again. Tina Turner's "We Don't Need Another Hero" is the theme song to what movie which she also starred in? And question number 10. What Oscar-winning song is this the opening lyrics to? And I'm going to say them, not sing them. I've done enough of that already. So here we go. Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I fear myself. So that's from an Oscar-winning song. But what are they the opening lyrics to? I'll say that again. Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times, I fear myself. So what song? So I'm after the song title that is from. You might be able to work out the artist, but I want to know the song title of that song. Not the film, the song title. Right, so a quick recap of that round, the music round. So question number 1 was Public Enemy's Fight the Power is the iconic opening song to what classic Spike Lee joint? Question 2, what's the best-selling soundtrack album of all time that includes covers of songs by both Dolly Parton and Chaka Khan? Question number 3, Bryan Adams' monster hit, Everything I Do It For You, spent 16 consecutive weeks at number 1, but what Kevin Costner movie is it originally from? Question number 4, Heart and Soul and Chopsticks are musical performances by Robert Loggia and Tom Hanks in what film? Question number 5, power ballad I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith featured on the soundtrack to what box office hit starring Steve Tyler's own daughter, Liv Tyler? Question number 6, Radiohead guitarist Johnny Greenwood is a frequent even collaborator, scoring 5 of which director's films? Question number 7, When She Loved Me, which is also known as to fans as Jessie's song, features in what animated film? Question number 8, Louis Armstrong's unforgettable We Have All the Time in the World is the Bond theme to what James Bond film? Question number 9, Tina Turner's We Don't Need Another Hero is the theme song to what movie which she also starred? And question number 10, what Oscar-winning song is this the opening lyrics to? Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? There we go. So that is the first 3 rounds, everyone. Bryan Adams, the song that's my bane of heartbreak. Oh, Dan. Oh, right. So here we go, everyone. How are we all getting on? All right. How do we find those? All right. I haven't yet to reveal the answers. Yeah, I'm about to do that. But how do you think we all got on? All right. How do you think you all got on? Oh, that's probably the eggiest thing to possibly ask, isn't it? If everyone goes, yeah, did all right, got 2 out of 10, and then all of a sudden comes out 3. Anyway, so we're gonna go through the answers now, everyone. So get your pens ready for the answers. So here we go. Round 1 was the Italian Jobs. So They Live is a cult classic action sci-fi where a drifter discovers a pair of sunglasses that allows him to see the hidden truth. But who directed it? The director was, big fan of his. He's done a lot of cult classic hits, everything from The Thing to Big Trouble in Little China. It was John Carpenter. John Carpenter is the answer to question number 1. Oh, and Halloween. Gemma's saying Halloween. Don't forget to say Halloween. Question number 2. Carl Urban and Sylvester Stallone have both played what iconic comic book character? A lot of people forget that this is actually a British comic book, even though the films are set in Mega City 1, wherever that is. Yes, he's mostly known for that. Just his chin and a big old helmet. It's Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd is the answer to question number 2. Question number 3. So Richard Gere plays a man that falls in love with an escort in Pretty Woman, but what film did he play a male escort in? Well, it was the 1980s American Gigolo. American Gigolo. I watched it the other week. Very good film, actually. Great soundtrack as well. But yeah, good film. So that was American Gigolo was the answer to question number 3. Question number 4. Which actress played Skylar in Good Will Hunting and was nominated for an Oscar for her performance? It is the British actress Minnie Driver. Actor is also correct. But yeah, Minnie Driver is the answer to question number 4. Question number 5. Now, there's 2 possible answers to question number 5 before you shout it out in the comment section, because I'm sure you will. And I will accept either of them. So there's 2 possible answers. So Eddie Murphy plays the characters Sherman Clump, Buddy Love, Lance Perkins, Papa Clump, Mama Clump, Grandma Clump, and Ernie Clump in what hit comedy? It was The Nutty Professor. And if you did write The Nutty Professor to the Clumps, then you'll, well done to you. You don't get an extra point, but, it's also a correct answer, so I'll allow it. So there you go. And that's the answer to question number 5. Question number 6. What 2017 film became the highest grossing horror movie of all time? It's not information technology, it's just it. It is the answer to question number 6. So there we go. It is the answer to question number 6. Question number 7. In what film does Maggie Gyllenhaal play Lee Holloway, a young woman who falls for her demanding lawyer boss, Mr. Grey, played by James Spader, when Mr. Grey is a ripoff? Well, yes, this film actually came before the book as well. The film was probably Maggie's breakout role, and it is Secretary. Secretary is the answer to number 7. It's been a while since I've seen that, but I do remember enjoying that one. I've seen more than I enjoyed 50 Shades of Grey films, even though I have not even seen that. But there we go. It's a lot better. Question number 8. What Cold War set espionage film earned Gary Oldman his first Academy Award nomination? There's lots of jobs in the title to this film, and it's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, the film which has the most jobs in the title. There we go. So Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy is the answer to question number 8. Question number 9. Gemma, I told Gemma this question earlier on in the week, and Gemma was like, that's not a job. I was like, well, it was a job at some point in history. This was a job. But who played Dana Barrett in the Ghostbusters films? It was Sigourney Weaver. And finally, question number 10. Probably the easiest question of the round. Probably one of the most iconic quotes ever from a film. The "You talking to me? You're talking to me." Oh, who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me? But I'm the only one here. Who the fuck? That is, of course, Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. I was trying to do the Robert De Niro. That's more his older work, his newer work, as opposed to his earlier stuff. So there we go. How do we get on in round 1, everyone? Out of 10. Those people who played there's a few joker cards thrown in there. How did people get on round 1? Let me know your scores in the comment section. Do write your team names as well. Ooh, Uncut Gems, 9 out of 10. 9. See, that's the difference when you've got Steve playing with you. So well done. I'm sure everyone else is doing very well as well. But yeah, good stuff. Any more? Oh, the Hot Rods, full marks with their joker round. What? The Wolbies got 7 out of 10. The James Clan got 7 out of 10 as well. The Quarantinos got 16 out of 20 with their joker card thrown in. Martin and Michelle, the Quiz Fathers, got 9 out of 10. Well done. And the Wild Wild West got 7 out of 10. Still a good, solid score, though. The Wild Wild West, don't be ashamed of the 7 out of 10. That's a very good score. That was a tough round as well. Cool. So that was the first round there. We've got round 2. Oh, we've got more coming in. We've got the Psychos who got 10 out of 20. So scored effectively 5, but with a joker card thrown in there. Okay, well done. Good stuff. Well done. Okay, then. So round 2. Now you TV. Now you don't. This was the round where I gave you 4 films. Not the ones that IMDb recommends you, because they're usually not the best films that the person's been in. But that is a good game that I like to play, actually. So this is a game called the IMDb game, which I can't take full credit for. I think it was Ryan Davis who came up with the idea for this. So shout out to you, who's probably not watching, but I know Danny Moody is, and we used to play this game. And it's a game where you'd list an actor or actress or even a director, one person who plays the host, and they can see on IMDb who the 4 people are, and the other people in the room, one by one, have to guess what the 4 films they are known for are. And it's a good game I like to play. So I recommend you play it whilst you're in lockdown. It's a good fun game to play. It does kill a little bit of time, but I've turned it into sort of around here. It's not the ones they're known for on IMDb, but I've come up with some films that I feel are iconic. But anyway, here are the answers to the rounds where I listed 4 films. So question number 1 was Con Air, Fargo, Armageddon, and The Wedding Singer. Now, this guy, he's known for playing kind of more supporting roles, very small supporting roles a lot of the time, but he often steals the show. He's been in so many iconic films, and the actor is Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi is the answer to question number 1. He stars in a lot of the Adam Sandler films, hence why I put in The Wedding Singer, and he usually plays a guy with boss eyes. So he usually goes, a lot of the time he likes to go uncredited in films, but even though it still appears on, I don't know, on IMDb, and everyone knows it's him because he's got a big fan base. But yeah, Steve Buscemi was the answer to question number 1. Question number 2, Aquaman, where she played Atlanta. Eyes Wide Shut, where she played Alice Harford. Lion, where she played Sue, and she played Satine in Moulin Rouge. That was Nicole Kidman, was the answer to question number 2. She plays Aquaman's mum, Atlanta. So there we go. Question number 3. Oh, just we'll recap there. Question number 2 was Nicole Kidman, if you missed that. Question number 3, Good Morning Vietnam, Phone Booth, where he played the kind of like the guy talking the guy down in the phone booth. The Last King of Scotland, which earned him an Oscar, and Panic Room, where he played the bad guy, Burnham. That is Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is the answer to question number 3. Aquamum, yeah. I think Atlanta's a better name than Aquamum, I think, there, Mark. But anyway, question number 4. Girl Interrupted, Gone in 60 Seconds, Changeling, and The Bone Collector. A lot of really good films here. Girl Interrupted won her a Oscar for in a supporting role. Gone in 60 Seconds was kind of the film where I kind of like, where she kind of like, you know, that's my first kind of really heard of, the first one I really took notice of her. Gemma's putting the face of me saying that there. The Bone Collector, great thriller if you haven't seen it, worth seeing. And Changeling, I've not seen, but it looks incredible. That's on my list of films I need to watch. That was Angelina Jolie is the answer to question number 4. That's Angelina Jolie. Question number 5. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, The Lincoln Lawyer, The Gentleman, and Dallas Buyers Club. I mean, he's had lots of iconic roles. He's even been one of the actors who's managed to outshine Leonardo DiCaprio. That was Matthew McConaughey. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey is the answer to number 5. Question number 6. American Hustle, Nocturnal Animals, The Fighter, and Arrival. You forget how many great films this actress has been in. She's been in some incredible films, and it was hard to pick 4 here, but I picked I'd say some of her most iconic roles here. Nocturnal Animals, if you haven't seen it, is a really, 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 really good thriller, directed by Tom Ford, the fashion designer as well, fashion designer turned director. And Isla Fisher plays her fictional version of herself, appearing in the fictional telling of the book that she's writing, which sounds like a bit of like, you know, a bit confusing, but it's an incredible watch. I highly recommend watching this. It's Amy Adams. Amy Adams. And now I've mentioned Isla Fisher, you know, you can kind of see, oh yeah, they look quite similar. So Amy Adams is the answer to question number 6. And now question number 7. More of a writer-director here, but I threw in this one anyway, just because of what the quiz is, as it's quarantine Tarantino. I thought, why not throw this one in here? Little Nicky, where he plays the crazy priest, Deacon. Desperado, where he plays the pickup guy with the great joke that he tells in the bar. Reservoir Dogs, where he plays Mr. Brown. And From Dusk Till Dawn, where he plays George Clooney's brother, Richard Gecko. That is Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is the answer to question number 7. And question number 8, an early role that I started off with here, so that's Dazed and Confused, where he played O'Banion. Then The Town, which is one of his more recent roles, which is quite an underrated film, I'd say. The Town is up there with one of the most underrated films, I'd say, of his career. And I'd definitely say check out The Town if you're going to check out a Ben Affleck film, because that is the answer to this. Yes, he was also in Mallrats. He's collaborated a lot of times with Kevin Smith. I think that's the first Kevin Smith question I've had actually in this quiz. So yeah, there we go. So Mallrats and also Argo as well, where he won the Oscar for Best Film because he was one of the producers as well as being the director of that film. So yeah, Argo as well. So that's probably his most known film there. And oh yeah, sorry, I did briefly say, I'll say again, Ben Affleck is the answer to question number 8. So Ben Affleck is the answer to question number 8. Question number 9. 1917, Railway Man, Love Actually, and The King's Speech. Well, they hate Uncle Jamie. Hopefully, you know, they don't hate Uncle Jamie, but that was Colin Firth. Colin Firth was the answer to question number 9. No, it wasn't Harvey Keitel, no. Who did you put for that? No, it's not, no. Okay then. So question number 9 was Colin Firth. And finally, question number 10, which is Gemma's question of the week, which I do admit is a very good question. Despicable Me, where she voices Gru's mum. The Princess Diaries, where she is Queen Clarice. And in The Sound of Music, where she plays one of her most iconic roles, which is Maria. And Shrek 2, where she's also the Queen. That was Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews is the answer to question number 10. Okay then, yeah, Harvey Keitel. I don't think, I'm trying to think if he was in any of those. He was probably in a couple, but yeah. Oh, 7, you mean? Oh, actually, let's have a think if he was. Hang on, I might work this out. So Desperado was, Harvey Keitel was not in Desperado. He was in Dust Till Dawn. And Reservoir Dogs, he was also in as well. But yeah, Harvey Keitel wasn't in Little Nicky and Desperado, though. So you're half right there, though, Mark. You're half right there. Okay, then. Oh, is he in Little Nicky? Ah, he is. All right. So it's just Desperado he's not in then. All right. So, okay, then. Right, so how did you score on that round? So so Martin and Michelle, so the quiz fathers threw in their Joker card and got 20. Uncut Gems got 18 out of 20. James got 24. The Wild Wild West got 18 out of 20. It's a tricky question. He was in Little Nicky. Hang on, we might have to do. Gemma, can you do a little IMDb check here of Harvey Keitel? He was in Little Nicky. Oh, was he in Desperado? He wasn't in Desperado then. That was the one which he wasn't in then. So yeah. There we go. See, he wasn't in Desperado. So yeah, it was a bit of a tricky question there. I did know that he was in Reservoir Dogs and From Dusk Till Dawn. I forgot that he was in Little Nicky. So it was a trickier question there than I thought it was. But well done, though. The Psycho's got 14 out of 30. And did play my Joker, in which case 18. Well done. So you scored 9, but you doubled it up to 18. Well done there, Dan. Well done. Good stuff. Right, shall we move on to round 3 then? Okay, so round 3 was the music round. You know the score. So question number 1. Public Enemy's Fight the Power is the iconic opening song to what classic Spike Lee film? If you haven't seen it, this is my film recommendation of the week. I think now is a time more than ever that this film is probably even more impactful. It was impactful when it came out. It's probably even more important this week. I do highly recommend it, not because of what's going on in the world at the moment, but also it's a brilliant film. It's worth checking out anyways. It's my favourite Spike Lee film, even though he won an Oscar the other year for Black Klansman. But in my opinion, this film is his best film. It's Do the Right Thing. Do the Right Thing. It's my film recommendation of the week, everyone. Do the Right Thing, which I think is currently on Sky Movies or Now TV if you have that. Do the Right Thing is the answer to question number 1. Question number 2. What's the best-selling soundtrack album of all time that includes covers of songs by both Dolly Parton and Chaka Khan? I didn't know that Dolly Parton did the original to I Will Always Love You. I did know about I'm Everyone by Shaka Khan. I actually prefer the Shaka Khan version rather than the Whitney Houston version. But yeah, I Will Always Love You. It's quite weird listening to the Dolly Parton version of this. But the answer is the Bodyguard original soundtrack by Whitney Houston and various artists. Whitney Houston did the A side. There was various artists on the B side, but everyone knows it was a Whitney Houston album. So the Bodyguard original soundtrack is the answer to question number 2. Question number 3. Bryan Adams' monster hit, Everything I Do It For You, spent 16 consecutive weeks at number 1. But what Kevin Costner movie is it originally from? I think you can say that the song is very much more successful than the film. The film is Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the answer to question number 3. Question number 4. This is a easy question, worded quite hard, so well done if you got this. So Heart and Soul, which is also the theme song to this, film, and Chopsticks are musical performances by Robert Loggia and Tom Hanks. In what film? I've Been There. Me and Gemma didn't do anywhere near as good as the performance of this, but it was, of course, Tom Hanks' classic Big. You can actually visit that toy shop. What's it called again? FAO Schwartz in New York. You can visit the actual shop, and the piano is still there, although apparently they've now put it in a separate room. But yeah, you can have a little play on that. And there is a very good rip-off of that in a Christmas film called The Night Before. The Night Before Christmas film with Seth Rogen and Jason Gordon-Levitt and Anthony Mackie. They do like a Kanye West version, kind of like homage to that, which is quite good, worth checking out if you haven't seen that, although I shouldn't be talking about Christmas films this time of the year unless you're Lauren West. Question number 5 was power ballad I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith featured on the soundtrack to what box office hit starring Steve Tyler's own daughter, Liv Tyler? That was Armageddon. What's this bit of an argument going on in the comment section here? All right. And then so Armageddon was the answer to question number 5. Question number 6, Radiohead guitarist Johnny Greenwood is a frequent collaborator, scoring 5 of which director's films? He did The Master, he did Phantom Thread, he did There Will Be Blood. That was Paul Thomas Anderson. Was Inherent Vice the other one? I think it is. But yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson is the answer to question number 6. Yes, Paul Thomas Anderson. Question number 7. When She Loved Me, which is also affectionately known to fans as Jessie's song, features in what animated film? Well, it's sung by Sarah McLachlan. And the film, which I was looking for, the answer of the film was Toy Story 2, because obviously it's a Jessie's song, so it must be Toy Story 2, the answer to that. Quite an underrated Disney song, I feel, but yeah, great song. Question number 8. Louis Armstrong's unforgettable We Have All the Time in the World is a Bond theme to what James Bond film? You forget that it is a Bond theme, but when you listen to it back, when you hear the string section, it has the James Bond string section in it. So when you listen to it back, you're like, oh yeah, I can hear it now. And the answer, well, it's George Lazenby's only Bond film, and the title comes from the last words of both the book and the film, which were to his dying wife, spoiler alert, Tracy Bond. The answer is On Her Majesty's Secret Service. On Her Majesty's Secret Service is the answer to question number 8. George Lazenby's only Bond film. But there we go. Question number 9. Tina Turner's We Don't Need Another Hero is the theme song to what movie which she also starred? That was number 3 in the trilogy, well, not trilogy because there's 4 of them. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, the original trilogy. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. If you have written Mad Max 3, I will allow it, but I'll frown. Yeah, it's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome is the answer to question number 9. And then question number 10. What Oscar-winning song is this the opening lyrics to? Tell me something. I'm not going to say it. Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world, or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times, I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times, I fear myself. The answer is Shallow. Shallow is the answer to question number 10, and that's the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper's Mark Ronson produced song from A Star Is Born, which won the Oscar the other year, so not last year, the year before. Great song, great song. But yeah, there you go. So Shallow was the answer to question number 10. So add up your scores, everyone. How did you do on that last round? Tell me how you're doing at the halfway point, everyone. Let me know how you're doing. What are your scores? How are you getting on? So 7 out of 10 in that round there. How are we all getting on? I'm cracking open another beer. Seven out of 10 on that one there. Let me know your scores as well for the halfway point, everyone. 7 out of 10 for the, I forget your team names. What are the Metsons called? The Metsons, the Uncut Gems. The Uncut Gems got 7 out of 10 there. Hot Rod got 8 out of 10 there. Quarantino's got 8 out of 10 there. Psychos are 20 out of 40 so far. Halfway there, as Bon Jovi likes to say. Mark got 6 there, so that's the, I'm forgetting everyone's team names this week. Silence of the Cups. Silence of the Cups. So Uncle, here we go. So the full score's coming in now. So the Wild Wild West, so we've got 6 out of 10 that round there. So the Uncut Gems on 34 out of 40. That is a score that's going to be near the top, I do believe. Uncut Gems is going to be somewhere near the top. The Warbies, 16 out of 20 for the Warbies. For Warbies, 30 overall. Oh, on that last round, 16 out of 20. I thought I was going to say, that's 9 out of 30 points. Well done. The Warbies doing very well, 30 overall. Well done. Martin and Michelle got 8 out of 10 there. Well done. The Hods look like they're currently joining in the lead with, looks like Martin and Michelle got 37 as well. We've got the Quarantinos on 32 points. The Jameses got 7 out of 10 on that last round. The Wild Wild West got Wild Wild West is doing very well this week. Well done with 31 points. You're smashing it. So Dan's got 6 out of 10 on that round. Not bad, not bad. And so Silence of the Cups are 29 points at the moment. Well done. Very good scores. We are at the halfway point, though, and there are 2 more rounds yet to come, and some people have yet to play their Joker cards. So here we go. So here are the current leaderboards. So currently in 5th place are the Wild Wild West with 31 points. Well done to the Wild Wild West. That's the first time at the top of the leaderboard, I do believe, or near the top of the leaderboard. Yeah, I do believe it's near the top. 2
teams. One's the Wild West and the other one's the Wild Wild West.
There's a Wild West and a Wild Wild West. Right. Okay, then. Right. Confusing. So the Wild Wild West are on 31 points in 5th place. Currently, the Quarantinos are in 5th place with 32 points. The Uncut Gems are in 3rd place with 34 points, but currently joining in the lead in 1st place with 37 points are Rod Kimball and the Quiz Fathers, who are last week's 1st place. So very well done. And Rod Kimball, who are the previous winners. So well done. We also have the Brugal Suspects. That's 30 out of 40. Well done. Okay, then. Right. So, yeah, quickly grab yourself a beer. We're going to move on to the next round, which is a brand new round, and it's possibly the round that's taken me longest to write. It's like 30 questions all in one round. So there we go. That's kind of what you're dealing with, everyone. There's a lot to kind of take in on this next round. It's possibly the most epic round I've ever written. So you are in for a treat, everyone. So round number 4, we're going to get started now. Hopefully you've grabbed yourself a drink and we can get started. So round 4 is called Sherlock Stay in Homes. So in this round, you are going to play detectives. I am going to give you a question where there are hundreds of possible answers. I will then give you 2 clues, which you have to use to whittle down to the correct answer. Some will be obscure, some will be helpful, and some will be very, very far-fetched. It's elementary, my dear Watson. So, if you think of yourself as a bit of a sleuth and you like to work out riddles, then play your Joker card now. Play that Joker card. Play that Joker card. Play that Joker card. Anyone want to play their Joker card? This is the time to play it. This is my new epic round. It's going to be a one-off because it took me too long to write this round. I'm not going to lie, it took forever to write. If you want to play your Joker card, throw it in now. George, the weekly troll going on here. So some terrible team names going on here. There we go. Nice and trolly-like. That's what I like for you, George. Very nice. So, anyone playing a Joker card? It's very silent at the moment. George, you kind of killed the mood there. Anyone want to throw in the Joker card? The Wild West? The Wild West of not the Wild Wild West, but the Wild Wests are throwing in their Joker card. Good to hear. Right, so I've got a snippet to play on one of these rounds as well, actually, so I'll get my phone ready. So here we go. So only one team playing their Joker round for probably the most epic round I've ever written. So here we go. So I'm just going to give you a little quick recap of what you have to do. So I'm going to give you a question where there's hundreds of possible answers. I'm then going to give you 2 clues, which are technically questions, and you have to use those 2 answers to piece together what the overall answer is. Yeah? Here we go. So question number 1 is, who is the animated character? Yeah? So who is the animated character? Here's your first clue. Annie Hall, director. Clue 2, actor who played Billy in White Men Can't Jump. I'll give you that question again. So I'm after an animated film character. Clue number 1 was the director of Annie Hall. And clue 2 is the actor who played Billy in White Men Can't Jump. So that there is just question 1. So that's 1 question. So I'm after the animated character from those 2 clues I've given you there. Work it out. From those 2 clues, who is the animated character you got there from there? So it's just 1 point, this question. So put the 2 clues together, smash them together. What's the answer? Question number 2. What's the Hitchcock film? So I'm after a Hitchcock film here. So here's your 2 clues. Clue number 1, Han Solo's Spaceship. And clue number 2, the 2014 Madagascar spin-off. So the question again was I'm looking for an Alfred Hitchcock film. And clue number 1 was Han Solo's Spaceship. And clue number 2 was a 2014 Madagascar spin-off. Question number 3. What's the Tom Hanks movie? So I'm after Tom Hanks movie here. Clue number 1. The character Bradley Cooper voices in the Marvel films. And clue number 2 is Rocky's rival in part 1 and part 2. They're friends in part 3. And part 4, well, I won't spoil it, but you know. Anyway, so question number 3 again. So I'm looking for what's the Tom Hanks movie? And the first clue was the character Bradley Cooper voices in the MCU, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's done it 4 times, I do believe. Might be more. No, 4 times. Clue number 2 was Rocky's rival in part 1 and part 2 of the Rocky films. So there is question number 3. Moving on to question number 4 now. So what's the 80s movie character's name? So this one here is a bit of a smash. So smash these 2 clues together and you're going to get yourself an answer. Here we go. Clue number 1. The Last Temptation of Christ director. Or what you'd call him if he was your mate. So how is the director known affectionately to his friends? The Last Temptation of Christ director is the clue number 1. Clue number 2 is David Cronenberg's cult classic starring Jeff Goldblum. So Jeff Goldblum, what film did he star in, which was directed by David Cronenberg? So I'll go through those again. Question number 4 was the 80s movie character's name. So clue 1 was the Last Temptation of Christ director, or how he's known to his friends. And clue number 2 was a cult classic directed by David Cronenberg and starring Jeff Goldblum. Smash those 2 answers together. What do you get? Question number 5. So what Ryan Reynolds movie is this? Now, I have to admit, this one's probably the hardest one to get. So if you get this one, I am very pleased with you. Well done. Although some of these are, it's possible to guess some of these as well. So if you by the question alone, you can guess these, but the clues will help you. So here we go. Question number 5. The question was the Ryan Reynolds movie, and the clue, first clue, is the car voiced by Sebastian Vettel. That's Sebastian Vettel in Cars 2. And clue number 2 is the 5th movie in the Dirty Harry series. I'll repeat that again. So question number 5 is what Ryan Reynolds movie is this? Clue number 1 being the car voiced by Sebastian Vettel in Cars 2. And clue 2 being the 5th movie in the Dirty Harry series. Question number 6. Can you name the Ron Howard film? So the film directed by Ron Howard. Can you name the film? So clue number 1. A live action Disney character played by Lily James. So the live action Disney character played by Lily James, actually the titular character of the film. Clue number 2 is Maximus Decimus Meridius actor. And smash them together, what do you get? So I'll repeat that again. So question number 6 is can you name the Ron Howard film? With clue 1 being the live action Disney character played by Lily James. And clue 2 being Maximus Decimus Meridius actor. What film is it? Question number 7. Can you name the sci-fi film set in 2019? Here is your first clue. The term used for people trying to escape in Logan's Run. And clue 2, the vampire film starring Wesley Snipes. So that's the term used for people trying to escape in Logan's Run and the vampire film starring Wesley Snipes. Put those 2 clues together. And can you name the sci-fi film that's set in 2019? Question number 8. Can you name the epic film series? So clue number 1. So I'm looking for an epic film series here. Clue number 1. Actor who played Dracula in 9 different films. And clue number 2. American remake of a Japanese horror film about a cursed videotape. So question number 8 again. Can you name the epic film series? With clue 1 being the actor who played Dracula in 9 different films. And the second clue being the American remake of a Japanese horror film about a cursed videotape. Question number 9. Can you name the 80s movie? So after the 80s movie here. Clue number 1. Brother of Joaquin Phoenix. And clue number 2. Author of The Shawshank Redemption, The Shining, and The Mist. So question number 9 again is, can you name the 80s movie? With clue 1 being the brother of Joaquin Phoenix. Clue number 2, the author of The Shawshank Redemption, The Shining, and The Mist. That was question number 9. So final question, and I have a sneaky little snippet to play you as well. Here we go. So here we go. Question number 10. Can you name the film that was meant to be released today in cinemas? So there was a film that was meant to be released today in cinemas. I was quite looking forward to seeing, but it's been pushed back until I think probably next year. So can you guess what film this is? So here's your first clue. The George Orwell film starring Sir John Hurt. So that was the first clue. The George Orwell film starring Sir John Hurt. And clue number 2 is... Yep, so there we go. I'll do that again. Can you name the movie that was meant to be released today in cinemas? With the first clue being the George Orwell film starring Sir John Hurt. And the second clue being, you've got to do it with me, everyone. You're going to air guitar with me? You can do it, everyone. You're going to air guitar with me, Gemma? You're going to air guitar with me? Yeah, you can do it. She's not, but you know, just pretend she is on camera. You ready? Here's your second clue. Any more of that and I'll get sued. So, can you name the movie that was meant to be released today in cinemas by putting those two together? Right. So, I know Dan was doing the air guitar with me there at least. Anyway, so I'll quickly recap those questions for you if you're Sherlock staying at homes. So, question number 1 was the animated character, with the clues being the Annie Hall director and the actor who played Billy in White Men Can't Jump. Question number 2 was the Alfred Hitchcock film that was after, with the clues being Han Solo Spaceship, and the second clue being a 2014 Madagascar spin-off. Question number 3 was what's the Tom Hanks movie, with the first clue being the character Bradley Cooper voices in the Marvel films, and clue 2 being Rocky's rival in parts 1 and 2. Question number 4 was the 80s movie character's name, with clue 1 being the Last Temptation of Christ director, or his nickname to his friends. And smash that together with the clue of David Cronenberg's cult classic starring Jeff Goldblum. Question number 5. So I was looking for the Ryan Reynolds movie, with clue 1 being the car voiced by Sebastian Vettel in Cars 2. And the second clue being the 5th movie in the Dirty Harry series. Question number 6 was, can you name the Ron Howard movie, with the clues being the live-action Disney character played by Lily James, and the second clue being Maximus Decimus Meridius. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but the actor who played that role. Question number 7 was can you name the sci-fi that was set last year in 2019, with the first clue being the term used for people trying to escape in Logan's Run, and the second clue being the vampire film starring Wesley Snipes. Question number 8 was, can you name the epic film series, with the first clue being the actor who played Dracula in the 9 different occasions, and the second clue being the American remake of a Japanese horror film about a cursed videotape. Question number 9 was, can you name the 80s movie, with the first clue being brother of Joaquin Phoenix, and the second clue being author of The Shawshank Redemption, The Shining, and The Mist. And question number 10 was, can you name the movie that was meant to be released today in cinemas, with clue 1 being the George Orwell film starring Sir John Hurt, and the second clue being, get ready everyone, you ready? Got your air guitars ready? We're doing it, everyone. There we go. So that was the end of round 4. Possibly more embarrassing than my Cups performance last week, but there we go. I've managed to outdo myself. So that was round 4, everyone. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. How did you all feel like you got on? Were there any detectives amongst us there? How do we feel like we did on that last one? How was your air guitaring, anyone? Did anyone do the air guitar? Was I just there awkwardly doing it myself? Did you join me there? Were you headbanging as well there? Was there anyone else doing some? I think we have had some people doing some air guitars. Gemma's just showing me a photo of Nick doing it. Great stuff. All right, so we're moving on to our final round now, which I don't know if there's anyone been saving their Joker cards, but now's the time to use it because it's the final round, which is thrillers. So this is our genre round this week. So cue the suspense and tension as we have thrillers as our epic finale. Can you hear that? That's the world's smallest violin playing the tension music to the quiz with the world's smallest budget. If you love thrillers and you haven't thrown your Joker card on the table yet, then now is the time to say, why so serious as it's the final round? So if you haven't thrown in your Joker card yet, do so now, as it is the final round. So anyone else with a Joker card? Joker card for David James. The Jameses are throwing in their Joker cards. Good stuff. Good to see. Anyone else who's not played their Joker card yet? Please let yourself be known now, because this will be your round for double points. This is the time to steam home and hopefully go for the win. Anyone else? Okay, then, right. So we're going to go for it then. So this is the thriller round, one of my favorite genres, and here we go. So this is the final round, everyone. Right, here we go. Question number 1. In what Christopher Nolan directed film does the narrative play out in reverse chronological order as a man tries to unravel the truth and find out who killed his wife? That question again. Wife is killed who outfinds and truth the unravel to tries man as order chronological reverse in outplay narrative that does film directed Nolan Christopher. What in? Saying what Christopher Nolan directed film does the narrative play out in reverse chronological order as a man tries to unravel the truth and find out who killed his wife? That was question number 1. Question number 2. What movie made history by becoming the first foreign language film to win the Best Picture award at this year's Oscars? Question number 2 again. What movie made history by becoming the first foreign language film to win the Best Picture award at this year's Oscars? Question number 3. Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart star in what time-traveling thriller? Question number 3 again. Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart star in what time-traveling thriller? Question number 4. What was Steven Spielberg's first feature-length movie? Question number 4 again. What was Steven Spielberg's first feature-length movie? Question number 5. What 1972 Best Picture winner has Popeye Doyle, a New York cop in the Narcotics Bureau, trying to intercept a huge heroin shipment from France? Question number 5 again. What 1972 Best Picture winner has Popeye Doyle, a New York cop in the Narcotics Bureau, trying to intercept a huge heroin shipment from France? Question number 6. Which actor played greasy camera op Lou Bloom in 2014's dark LA thriller Nightcrawler? Question number 5 again. Which actor played greasy camera op Lou Bloom in 2014's dark LA thriller Nightcrawler? Question number 7. Which Oscar-winning writer-director took a change in career path from comedy to thriller in the critically acclaimed psychological horror film Get Out? Some people may be arguing that's a horror film, but I said psychological horror, which is technically a thriller. Question number 7 again. Which Oscar-winning writer-director took a change in career path from comedy to thriller in the critically acclaimed psychological horror film Get Out? Question number 8. Star Wars actors Oscar Isaac, who played Poe, and Domhnall Gleeson, who played General Hux, also starred together in what 2014 sci-fi thriller? Question number 8 again. Star Wars actors Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson starred together in what 2014 sci-fi thriller? The two characters they played were Poe and General Hux. That was question number 8. Question number 9. Who plays the psychopathic killer, Stuntman Mike, in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof? And that film does mix a bunch of genres together, mixes horror, because it's a slasher film technically where he uses the car as a weapon, car movie, and then thriller all together, because there's lots of nods to Psycho in there. But yeah, great film, but not his best. But anyway, question number 9 again was, who plays the psychopathic killer, Stuntman Mike? That's Stuntman Mike in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof. And the final question of the quiz. Now, this is a good one. So, in David Fincher's Seven, what was the last of the 7 deadly sins in the film? So, go through the order of what they appeared in the film. What was the last one? So, in David Fincher's Seven, what was the last of the 7 deadly sins in the film? So each of the 7 deadly sins was a murder or a death. They were all murders, actually. Which one was the last? So there we go, everyone. That is the end of the quiz. Before we go through the answers, right? I do have a tiebreaker question this week, but I did write in a bit of a hurry, so I do apologise, but there is one there if we need it. But shall we go through the answers and find out who this week's winners are? So we're going to recap of round 4, which was the Sherlock Staying Homes round. Actually, sorry, before we do that, I'm going to give you a quick recap of that final round, actually, just because I know you love a recap and I haven't done it yet. So quick recap of the final round, because I do promise you a recap every time. So recap of round 5 before we go through the answers. Question number 1 was, in what Christopher Nolan directed film does the narrative play out in reverse chronological order as a man tries to unravel the truth and find out who killed his wife? Question number 2 was, what movie made history by becoming the first foreign language film to win the Best Picture award at this year's Oscars? Question number 3 was, Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart star in what time-traveling thriller? Question number 4, what was Steven Spielberg's first feature-length movie? Question number 5 was, what 1972 Best Picture winner has Popeye Doyle, a New York cop in the Narcotics Bureau, trying to intercept a huge heroin shipment from France? Question number 6, which actor played greasy camera op Lou Bloom in 2014's dark LA thriller Nightcrawler? Question number 7, which Oscar-winning writer-director took a change in career path from comedy to thriller in this critically acclaimed psychological horror film, Get Out? Question number 8. Star Wars actors Oscar Isaac, who played Poe, and Domhnall Gleeson, who played General Hux, also starred together in what 2014 sci-fi thriller? Question number 9. Who played the psychopathic killer Stuntman Mike in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof? And the final question of the quiz was, in David Fincher's Seven, what was the last of the 7 deadly sins in the film? So there we go. So we're going to now go through the answers of the questions as promised. So here we go. So round 4 was Sherlock staying home. So I gave you a question and I gave you 2 clues. Some of them were handy, some of them weren't. But the first question I gave you 2 quite handy clues. So I was quite easy on you in the first question. So there were some very obscure ones in the later ones, but here we go. So the animated character I was looking for. So here we go. The director of Annie Hall was Woody Allen. And the actor who played Billy in White Men Can't Jump was Woody Harrelson. So the animated character that I was after as the answer to the question number 1 was Woody from Toy Story. So answer to question number 1 is Woody. Question number 2. What's the Hitchcock film? So the first clue I gave you was Han Solo's spaceship, which is the Millennium Falcon. And clue number 2 was the 2014 Madagascar spin-off, which was Penguins from Madagascar, which I do believe is Nick's favourite film. And put those 2 things together, penguins and falcon, they're both birds. So the answer to the Hitchcock film is Birds by Alfred Hitchcock. Birds is the answer to question number 2. Question number 3, what's the Tom Hanks movie? So the character that Bradley Cooper voices, I did say the word voices, as you don't actually see him in the films, but he voices Rocket, or Rocket Raccoon, however you want to call him. So Rocket was the first clue. And clue 2 was Rocky's rival in parts 1 and part 2. They obviously become friends in 3, and 4 is one of my favourite Rocky films, I have to say. 4 is very good. That moment is, yeah, 4 is very good. But Rocky 1 and 2 are both brilliant as well. But Apollo Creed was the clue for that one there. So Rocket and Apollo, put them both together with a Tom Hanks movie, that would take you to Apollo 13. Apollo 13 is the answer to question number 3. Question number 4. What's the 80s movie character's name? So I was after the 80s movie's character's name. So there's lots of iconic characters from the 80s, but what one was I after? So the first clue was the Last Temptation of Christ director, or his nickname. The director is Martin Scorsese. If you know him personally, like I don't know. This quiz has gone as big as I thought it would be. I thought it'd take me to high places, but I don't know him yet. But people who do know him call him Marty. Clue number 2 was David Cronenberg's cult classic starring Jeff Goldblum, which was The Fly. Put Marty and The Fly together, and you get something that's close enough to Marty McFly. Just missing a Big Mac in there. If they could have done the founder as another clue, I would have given you that. But there we go. So Marty and the Fly make Marty McFly. Question number 6. What Ryan Reynolds movie is this? Now, this was the toughest of the rounds, I do say. So this was the toughest question of the round. So it is possible to get. If you don't know that many Ryan Reynolds movies, you could have guessed it just from that alone as a guess. But if you got it from the clues, well done, because this first clue, I'm going to say it and Dan's going to go, ha! But anyway, here you go. So the first clue is the car voice by Sebastian Vettel. So Sebastian Vettel in Cars 2, and the character's name is Max Schnell, but that's not the clue that I was after. The car that he voices is a Mercedes-Benz AMG W204 C-Class DTM racer, but as all the cars in the film have faces on, technically he's a Merc with a mouth. See where I'm going here now, people? It's a bit far-fetched. A Merc with a mouth. The Merc with a mouth. Clue 2 was the 5th movie in the Dirty Harry series. The first being Dirty Harry. The second being Magnum Force. The third being The Enforcer. The fourth being Sudden Impact. And the final and the fifth Dirty Harry film was The Deadpool. So put the Merc with the mouth together with The Deadpool, and you get Deadpool as the answer to question number 5, the Ryan Reynolds movie. Question number 6. Can you name the Ron Howard film? So the live-action Disney character played by Lily James. I forgot this even came out. It's probably, one of the live-action Disney films that's probably made the, I don't know, least amount of noise. But it's Cinderella. So it came out in 2015. Cinderella is the answer to this. Clue 2 is the Maximus Decimus Meridius actor, which is Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe played the boxer, the Asian boxer, in Cinderella Man, which is the Ron Howard film that was after this. So Cinderella Man is the answer to question number 6. Question number 7. Can you name the sci-fi film that's set in 2019? Notice the word that I said there was set, not filmed or came out or released. It was set in 2019. So clue number 1 being the term used for people trying to escape in Logan's Run, which is runners or a runner. They're a runner if they're on their own. If there's multiple of them, the plural of them is runners. And clue 2, the vampire film starring Wesley Snipes. That's Blade. Put them both together. It's Blade Runner, which was set last year along with Akira. So Akira and Blade Runner were both set last year. So where's my flying car? Where's my flying car? Anyway, I'll make do with a hybrid. Anyway, moving on to question number 6. Sorry, 8. Sorry, even 8. Number 8. Number 8. Does anyone else think of that Barney episode of Simpsons when anyone says number 8? But anyway, maybe it's just me. Anyway, question number 8. Can you name the epic film series? With the clue 1 being the actor who played Dracula on 9 different occasions or in 9 different films. That's Christopher Lee. And he played, was it Salmon, was it, for the big epic film series, with the second clue being the American remake of Japanese horror film about a cursed videotape. The Japanese original being called Ringu, the American remake being called The Ring. So put them both together and you get Lord of the Rings. Question number 9. Can you name the 80s movie? Clue 1 being brother of Joaquin Phoenix, which is the late great River Phoenix. And clue 2 being the author of The Shawshank Redemption, The Shining, The Mist, and many more. That's Stephen King. So put them both together. What film did River Phoenix star in, which was written by Stephen King? That was Stand By Me. Stand By Me is the answer to question number 9. And finally, we get to do air guitar one more time, everyone, people. We got it. Get ready, everyone. If you want to film this, everyone, we can do this together. So question number 10. Can you name the film that was meant to be released today in cinemas? Clue 1 being the George Orwell film starring Sir John Hurt. That was 1984. And the second clue being, wait for it. Wait for it. Any more and I get sued? Right, so there we go. So that there originally came from the Batman versus Superman soundtrack, and it's cleverly titled Is She With You? That was the intro music to the new character to the Justice League, who then went on to then have her own film where that also became her theme as well, and possibly the best new theme since the original Batman theme music. And actually tell the truth, I do like the Spider-Man one as well. That is Wonder Woman 1984. So Wonder Woman 1984, which is the second Wonder Woman film, was meant to be released today. The full title being Wonder Woman 1984. There we go. How do we do on that round? It was a tough round. So you want the answer to question number 9 again. So Mark, the answer to question number 9 was Stand By Me. So question number 9, the answer was Stand By Me, Mark. So let me know your scores, everyone. Put them in the comment section. Michelle got 9 out of 10. I thought that was a tough round. Well done, everyone. I mean, It's possible to guess the answers there from the question, because I do leave it quite open and out there for you to guess. But I'm guessing you've done that through great general knowledge. Well done. So Uncut Gem's got 9 there. Martin Michelle got 9 out of 10 there. Well done. I'm sorry. The Psycho's got 2 there. I'm very sorry. Ingrid's got 6. Not bad, not bad. Then we have the Silence of the Cups, which was they got 7. Well done. Oh, the Quarantino's got 9 out of 10 there. It's going to be tight at the top. Oh, touch round. Oh, the Hot Rod's got 4 there. It was a tough round. I'd be interested to know how many of those people had to guess, because obviously you didn't have to have been able to get all the clues there, and you could have just used one clue to put it together with the question. But yeah, it was a very tough round. A little 5 out of 10, but it was a great round. Yeah, it's probably one of the toughest rounds I've written, but with the possible clues and the question being you're able to guess. Hopefully there were some lucky guesses in there from people to hopefully boost your scores there. But let's move on to our final round of the quiz. So here we go. So all of these films I love. These, if you haven't seen any of these, I recommend all of them. I love thrillers, and I just wanted to write a good thriller round. So here we go. If you haven't seen any of these, please put these on your list of films to watch, because they are all brilliant. In what Christopher Nolan directed film does the narrative play out in reverse chronological order as a man tries to unravel the truth and find out who killed his wife? Well, one element runs in reverse. You then get a linear version going in the right order as well, in parallel, and they both join it together at the end to reveal the ending. Really clever storytelling, as always, from Christopher Nolan. Really looking forward to seeing Tenet. The answer to question number 1 is Memento. Memento is the answer to question number 1, the Guy Pearce film, which is brilliant. Also features Carrie-Anne Moss and a few other people as well. So it's a great film. If you haven't seen it, Memento is great film. And I do hear, actually, when I was researching that, actually, I did find out there is a way of clicking on the DVD. If you go on the second disc and click on something in a certain order, you can watch the film in the correct order as well, if you're that nerdy, which I'm probably going to end up doing. But anyway, sorry, Gemma. Question number 2, what movie made history by becoming the first foreign language film to win the Best Picture award in this year's Oscars? It's Parasite, the great film. If you haven't seen it, do watch it. It's a brilliant film. Yeah, really good film, Parasite. So there we go. That's the answer to question number 2. Question number 3. Doesn't sound like it'll be a good film from, think, Amy Smart and Ashton Kutcher. You think it's going to be kind of like a rom-com or something like that. It's actually a really good thriller, this. It's a time-traveling thriller called The Butterfly Effect. So question number 3, the film starring Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart, where they time travel, is The Butterfly Effect. Question number 4. What was Steven Spielberg's first feature-length movie? It was basically like a road movie. It was like a big old chase. And little known fact of this, there's a screeching sound of a lorry in that film, which Steven Spielberg has used that same sound effect in every single one of his films. I think up until recent. I'm not sure if it's been used in some of his more recent films, but it's even used in the sound of the T-Rex. So the screeching sound of the lorry in that film made up the sound of the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. But the answer to question number 4, Steven Spielberg's first feature-length movie was Duel. That's D-U-E-L. As I can't pronounce it. It sounds like I'm saying a jewel, but it's Duel with a D, not a J. The 1971 film. Question number 5. What 1972 Best Picture winner has Popeye Doyle, a New York cop in the Narcotics Bureau, trying to intercept a huge heroin shipment from France? I gave you a big clue there, the word France. This is the Oscar-winning film starring Gene Hackman. Also had a sequel as well, which isn't as popular, but I think his performance in the second one's possibly better, although the first one's known for its epic car chase. And the film is The French Connection. The French Connection is the answer to question number 5. Question number 6. Which actor played greasy camera op Lou Bloom in 2014's dark LA thriller Nightcrawler, Again, highly recommend this film. And if you have seen it and you love it and you want more, if you go on Netflix, there is a documentary about the real guys who do this, and it's called Shot in the Dark. And I do highly recommend that you watch that as well. So if you did enjoy Nightcrawler, I recommend you watch the doc series on Netflix called Shot in the Dark, and it follows the different guys who go around LA for real and basically film all the stuff that he does. And it's an incredible documentary. The end of the first episode alone is really thrilling. It's up there with the film. It's a really good series, which I highly recommend checking out. Weirdly, it's two British guys who are the guys that do it over there as well, or two of the main guys anyway. So I highly recommend watching that. But the answer to question number 6, the actor who played Lou Bloom in Nightcrawler is Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal is the answer to question number 6. Question number 7. Which Oscar-winning writer and also director took a change in career path from comedy to thriller in the critically acclaimed psychological horror film Get Out? Well, he made a name for himself originally in the Key and Peele sketches, which are brilliant. We never really got it in the UK, so if they're on YouTube, and I highly recommend checking them out. If you like sketch comedy, they are brilliant. Check out Key and Peele on YouTube after this. And he then went on to do, with Key as well, he then went on to do a film called Keanu, which was about a comedy about a cat. And then his kind of directorial debut was Get Out, and that is Jordan Peele is the answer to question number 7. He then went on to direct Us, and he's also the narrator to to last year's Twilight Zone, the new Twilight Zone series that came out last year, which I enjoyed as well. So if you enjoyed, obviously, the original Twilight Zone and you enjoy Black Mirror, I do highly recommend checking out the Twilight Zone, which came out last year. Highly recommend it. Anyway, moving on to question number 8. The Star Wars actor Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson also starred together in what 2014 sci-fi thriller? That was Ex Machina. Ex Machina is the answer to question number 8. Again, highly, highly, highly recommend this film if you have not seen it. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Question number 9. Who plays the psychopathic killer stuntman Mike in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof? Probably his, least critically acclaimed film of Quentin Tarantino's, but I still love it. I've got a fondness for it just because it's Quentin Tarantino. But the actor who played stuntman Mike, who then also went on to play the guy that arranges the stunts in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, was Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell is the actor who played stuntman Mike in Death Proof, and then not the same character, but he then went on to star in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he also played the guy that arranges stunts as well. So like a nod to that film. And then finally, the last question of the quiz, which I'm going to try and read in a way where hopefully I don't say any spoilers if you've not seen 7, because if you haven't, it's up there as possibly, I'm going to say it, it's possibly the best thriller going, I'd say. In David Fincher's 7, what was the last of the 7 deadly sins in the film? So I'll say them in order because it won't spoil what happens in the film. It's gluttony, greed, sloth, lust, pride, and then there's 2. Won't reveal how it happens. It goes envy, and then the final one is wrath. So wrath is the final sin in the film. And question number 11 is, what's in the box? No, joking. So there we go. So what's your scores, everyone? So wrath being the answer to question number 10. What's your scores, everyone? Let me know your scores for the final round and also the whole quiz. So let me know. And do put your team names and all your team members, please, in your comments, just because otherwise they're not going to get a shout out. So please write your whole team names. Even if you played before in the past, you might have people who aren't playing this week. Please let me know everyone who's playing in your team this week. Just all get a shout out, because I'll try and do an Instagram story post so you can check it out and give yourself a shout out. So put everyone in your team name, please, in your comments now. Give everyone a shout out, even the dog. Give everyone a comment, give everyone a shout out. So whilst the comments are coming in, I think we can all enjoy one thing together. What are we going to do? Yeah. So here we go. So everyone, let's see who we got here. Oh, I see some big scores already coming in. Oh, there's already a high scorers there. So we have the Uncut Gems, who have 52 points out of 60. Well done. I think you are going to be very near the top. But we also have the Quiz Fathers, who are up there in second place last week, Martin and Michelle, who have 54 points out of 60. I do believe that could be the high scorer this week. But we haven't got everyone's scores in just yet. We have the Hot Rods, previous winners, who scored 50 out of 60. Great score, great score. But I think you were stung by the Sherlock stay-at-homes round. Then we have the Quarantinos, previous winners again, also scoring 50. Well done. That's Jessica, Dan, Mikey, Elza, Jamie, Tyler, and Booze in the room. There we go. Good stuff. We also have the Warbies scoring 41 points in total. Well done. We have the Wild Wests, who scored 46 out of 60. Do give a shout out to everyone in your team, please, in the comments. Amy, do shout out everyone in your team. Then we have Silence of the Cups, who scored 43 points. That is Mark, Dara, Sophie, and George. Oh, no, Claire, no? Okay, then. And then we have the Psychos, who scored 23 points. Oh, Mum, not your week. Oh, I even had a question about The Gentleman this week, Mum. Your favourite film. I haven't got it in there, Mum. What happened? Then we have the Jameses, who scored 5 out of 10 in that last round, doubled with the Joker to score 10 points in that final round, so scoring 37 points in total. Well done, well done. Yeah, I do believe the Psychos have got the wooden spoon this week, though, but I'm not sure because there may be some other comments, Mum, which have not been put on the chat. We have Dan Tyson, who scored a very respectable 39 points, because I do believe you're playing on your own. That's a very, very good score to be playing on your own. Well done, 39 points there. Jeremy's tallying everyone up. There's also other people messaging on WhatsApp. In fact, I'm going to turn my phone off flight mode. Do shoot me a message if you are playing live. I'll see if there's anything that comes through. I don't know. Might do. I don't know. So do shoot me your scores if you don't want to comment on the YouTube section, and if you haven't got a YouTube account, and we'll see what comes through. But yeah, I think that we have some winners this week. Linda and Rob Brody got 30 out of 60. Well done. As Bon Jovi says, you're halfway there. Well done. Very good score there. Right. So we don't need the tie-break question to see who the winners are this week, I do believe, from looking at the comments. But if you are playing amongst friends, I'll give you a tie-break question anyway, because I've written it, and you know, it's there. Might as well give you it. So here we go. Here is this week's tiebreaker question. And as we don't have anyone who's properly playing for it, you can write the comments in the comment section. Thank you very much. So here we go. So this week's tiebreaker question, play along in the comment section, everyone. If you want to do a tiebreaker for third, you can. So the tiebreaker for third, you can play. So that's the Wild Wild West. Rod, no. Yeah, that is a tiebreaker for third. Pardon? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. So there is a tiebreak for third. So there are two teams who scored 50 points. So you can play the tiebreak amongst yourselves anyway. It's good fun. But anyway, here we go, everyone. So you can go nuts in the comment section, because it's impossible to guess this one, because this has never been written anywhere on the internet. So here we go. This is a question about Snatch. Good old Snatch, if you remember that film. I haven't seen it in years, but I watched a clip of it online this week to write this question. So one of my favourite characters in that film was Vinnie Jones's iconic bullet-toothed Tony. And one of my favourite scenes in that film is when he says to the character Mullet, which is played by Ewan Bremner, who plays Spud in Train Spotting. He grabs him by the tie and he says, "It seems sadly ironic that it's that tie that's gotten you into this pickle." So for this tiebreaker question, where he grabs his tie and whacks his head in the window, how long does he drag him along by his tie with his head in the window for in Snatch? So you know the scene where he grabs him by the tie, puts his head in the window, and he drags him along in the car. That's Bullet-Tooth Tony, of course. How long does Bullet-Tooth Tony drag Mullet along in his car for before he lets him go to fall off in the road? So here we go. Right, how many seconds, because it's the seconds job here, how many seconds was Mullet, that's Ewan Bremner, how long was he running alongside Bullet-Tooth Tony's car for before he then came falling out, because he got caught by that tie? So here's your tiebreaker. I've tried to make it as close to a tie and break question as possible. So 2 minutes. So we're going 120 seconds here for Tyler. Any more for any more. So we've got 120 as the first answer that's thrown in there from Tyler, from the Quarantinos. So here we go. So Tyler from the Quarantinos is throwing in the 120 seconds. So this is for the, well, there isn't a joint third place, is there? Mm-hmm. There is. Oh yeah, that's have we got team names, team people? But anyway, Okay, right, cool. So get those answers in. So we've got 92 seconds from the Uncut Gems. Any more for any more? How many seconds was he dragged along for his tie for? How long? How long? People are thinking about the scene here. You've got 30 seconds from the hot rods. Okay, he's dragged on for 30 seconds. Keep those answers coming in. I'm going to reveal the answer in about 10 seconds. So we've got the James is saying 87 seconds. We've got Martin and Michelle say that's the Quiz Fathers saying 45 seconds. I need to work out who's going to be closest to this now. This is the tough point. There we go. So, so far we have, the Warbies are also saying 45 seconds. Well, I can reveal that so far we have people who are, my maths is absolutely shoddy here, but we've got people who are 21 seconds, sort of like So Solid Crew, 21 seconds away from the correct answer. Keep those answers coming in. The closest answer so far is 21 seconds away. 2 multiplied by 10 plus 1. Romeo done. So any more for any more? Right, so I'm going to reveal. So in Snatch, Mullet was dragged along for 66 seconds. That's 66 seconds. And it seems sadly ironic that it's the tie that's gotten you into this pickle. So the two people who were closest was the Warbies and Martin and Michelle with 45 seconds, who were 21 points away there. So well done. So that is the end of the quiz. And I'm going to reveal now who the winners are. So here we go. So here we go. So in 5th place, with a sum total of 46 points are the Wild Wild Wests. Well done. That is Lauren and no, it's the Wild Wild Wests.
Wild Wild West is Amy West.
Amy West. Well done, Amy West and team. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. It's Amy West and team, the Wild Wild West, 46 points. Well done. Then we have in joint 3rd place.
No, Rod Kimball got the tiebreaker.
Okay, in joint 3rd place then. Technically winning on the tiebreaker. So in 4th place then, if we include the tiebreaker, was Quarantinos. Well done, well done, well done, well done, with 50 points there. Well done. So that was Dan, Jess, Mikey, Elza, Jamie, Tyler, and Boo was also in the room as well. Well done. Then, winning the tiebreaker, there we go, were Rod Kimball. Well done, well done, well done. Rod Kimball being Nikki, also Mo, Serena, and Tim. Well done. Oh, Charlie, not playing this week. The turncoat. Oh no, he's gone and joined Barden's team, has he? Oh dear, I see what's happened this week. Charlie, what's happened? The turncoat returns to Barden's team. Anyway, and then we have our 2 top teams. So, in 2nd place, with a sum total of 52 points, are the Uncut Gems. Well done. That's Rich, that's Phil, that's Nick, that's Steve, that's Danny, and that's Claire. Well done to you all. Well done, well done, well done. Good to see you at the top. And that's what happens when Steve plays. There we go. So then we have last week's 2nd place, this week's 1st place, with a sum total of 54 points are the Quiz Fathers. That's Martin and Michelle. Well done to you both. Well done to you both. Well done. Also getting closest there with the tiebreaker as well. Well done. Thank you, everyone, for playing along this week. I do highly appreciate it. It does mean a lot when you all tune in. Thank you so much, everyone. You can follow me on Instagram at Jamie Fisher TV. You can follow the page as well on the at the Lock-In Pub. You can also follow on Facebook as well. So do hit the follow button, and please press subscribe, and please press like on this video. So it kind of goes up, and it's easier to find this each week. If not everyone presses like, then it's in the algorithm wise, you're not likely to find it each week. It just makes it easier to find. So thank you, everyone. Thank you all for playing. And I will see you all next time, everyone. Thank you very much. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Do follow the pages. I'll keep you updated on the next one will be. And thank you again for playing, everyone. Good night. This is Pulp Friction, everyone, the band I've been telling you about before. Do give them a follow as well. Pulp Fiction, the world's #1 Quentin Tarantino tribute band. Like I said, they've got some tour dates coming up in the next year, so do check them out. And all this other music, they're pretty awesome as well. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Cheers. Should we do a bit of air guitar? This doesn't feel right. No, we've done it. We've done enough of that. But yeah. Thank you, everyone. Good night, everyone. Thanks again. Cheers, everyone, and good night.